Welcome to It Takes Two. I'm Blair.
I'm Chris.
And today we'll be talking about The Later Daters, Season 1, Episode 5.
I need y'all to subscribe, like, share, comment. We are so close to 4,000 subscribers. Thank y'all. You ready, Blair?
I'm ready.
Let's go.
Avery keeps teasing Suzanne that she's scared of him, but she says she's not. She ends up kissing him a couple of times. Mm-hmm. She walks him out, and after the date, she thinks things might be moving too quickly with him, so she might want to pump the brakes a little bit.
Do you think at all that maybe she is afraid of love?
I think that she's afraid. I don't think she's afraid of love necessarily, but I don't think she wants to fill the space where her deceased husband was. I think that she is fun having dates, going out, enjoying people,
But like commitment?
but I don't think she wants that commitment. I think that she's just enjoying being free, having fun. I wouldn't be surprised if she doesn't really want to be remarried, honestly.
Really?
Just the way she comes across. It just seems like she's just having too much of a good time.
She is so used to her dogs and just her everyday life, her kids coming by. Yeah, I see it. Maybe she's just a player. You know what I mean?
So Jackie visits Nate before his fourth date.
Yeah.
And the producers ask the question that we've all been wanting to know: why are y'all not together?
We asked that like episode 1 or 2.
Yep. Jackie knows that they both have thought about it. It has been considered. When she first met him, she was looking for a hookup and not a relationship. As they've gotten older and gotten to know each other, they know they're just not compatible for each other.
Yeah.
Nate says that they're more like brother and sister because of how much they annoy each other.
Okay.
I would say that Jackie would be down if Nate would be down.
Yeah.
But Nate is not going to pursue that.
Here's the thing. Don't speak for me when someone asks you a question.
Yeah.
Right? She spoke in we. Right? She said, I know we thought about it. No. You thought about it, right? I don't know. I think throughout the show, I think in the beginning of the show when I didn't know nothing about the show, it would have made sense like, hey, just talk to Jackie. But the more I see their interactions, especially since we're like on episode 5 and things like that, I kind of can see like he trusts her.
Yeah.
And it's like maybe he's not little sister, but I don't see the romantic connection between them 5 episodes in now.
I could see Jackie being a little flirtatious at times.
Yeah.
Can you?
Give me an example. Do you have a specific
like
example?
she wanted to eat like food off of his plate.
Yeah,
sitting
you're
super
right.
close. Like I feel like she tries and he's just like, whatever, Jackie.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, I see. But it's like he is just like me in some ways. Because for me, like some people may see sharing food off each other's plate as romantic. I don't do that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't eat off your plate. You don't eat off my plate. And when I heard him say, "Go ahead and get a clean fork," I was like, "Yes, get a clean fork. Like don't put your fork in my plate." You know? So yeah, no, you're right, 100%.
So Nate discusses his date with Lisa. He found her cute. When he stood up, his knees started popping, and he was praying he wouldn't fall.
That was
just
funny.
like, oh my goodness.
I ain't gonna lie, that was funny because he was like, yeah.
He felt that the date with Anise was a bit more rigid.
I agree.
The date with Lisa is fun, but she got the 30-year-old kids living at the house with her. He would prefer an empty nester.
Because he knows that if she move in with him, guess who else coming with her?
Them kids coming too.
Those grown adults. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. So the producers show Dwayna potential daters for her mom Anise, and she lands on a silver fox for her mom to go on her next date with.
Nice.
We get back to Lori. She tells her daughter about the date, how Ty has a foot fetish, but she was kind of feeling it though, especially if he's offering to pay for her to get her feet done. He paid attention to detail, and that was something that she enjoyed.
Okay.
She did not like his white undershirt.
Okay.
She felt like it kind of reminded her of like her uncle or her dad, just kind of old manish maybe. I'm thinking.
No, that's true.
He wanted to take her out for her B-Day weekend, but she said that she doesn't know if she has anything planned yet, and he hasn't reached out to her since.
And she don't really want to be with this guy on her birthday.
No, but I thought it was weird how she was saying that she didn't know, and then did she expect him to reach out to press her? I don't know.
Look, my thing is this. I want to talk on another issue of she said she didn't like how he had a white t-shirt under his dress shirt.
Yeah.
That is a thing that a lot of old folks did and things like that. It's kind of more new and more common to not wear an undershirt or a tank top, something that doesn't show. You get what I'm saying? If you go wear a t-shirt, make sure that the button is not unbuttoned, that it shows, and things like that. And somebody said something in the comments, I wish I can remember who, but you have a lot of people on here that are not acting their age or not accepting the oldness in somebody else. What he did was an old man thing.
Yeah.
You are a later dater. You get what I'm saying? Like, clothes is something that you can easily fix. You get what I'm saying? Hey, next time, wear a button up the top button or wear a tank top with this. You get what I'm saying? So it's kind of like she knew she wasn't really into him, especially since we're going to find out later on who she's really into. She already told us who she's really into.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So she's just doing all this to waste her time, just to get her feet wet a little bit.
So we see Nate's fourth date. It's Michelle. She's 55, divorced 2 times, 8 years single, 3 kids, and she's an actress. Logan says that Nate is a maximizer dater. He has unrealistic expectations and thinks that he can take all the best qualities from all the women and make a perfect partner.
Yeah.
But there's no such thing as a perfect partner. She wants Nate to be able to see green flags within people and run towards them.
That's fair.
Yep. So we see him with Michelle. He finds her attractive, gave her flowers. He doesn't drink, but he's not bothered with the fact that she does. She asks him why he's single, and he says he's going to use a phrase at a girls trip and say because he hasn't met his match yet.
Okay.
She's from Chicago, a military brat, Army veteran. He shares his Army past as well.
And maybe this is the one where he went into more detail. But my thing is this, right? I like Michelle. I ain't going to hold you. It's just something. Now, Mike, I have not seen any episode past this episode. So, spoiler blocker. Do not spoil it for me, right? It's just something about, that's it.
Yeah.
Right? And it was nothing that really stood out, but very, very small things, right? I like the fact, or I found it funny that this is the date where he decided to dress down and she's the one in heels. Right? Nate is very big on his appearance, right? She comes in, she looks very beautiful for her age. One thing I will compliment Nate on is that he dates like his age, meaning that he don't try to seem cool or hip. He's respectful. He's very polite. Even the fact that he is so polite that I did not even notice he did not have the flowers in his hand. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Until he was like, countdown from 30. I ain't know what he was doing. and when he got the flowers, I felt like in his mind, he like, I really forgot the flowers. I really felt like he did not want to do that. But once he got her flowers, and then later on, while we see him sitting down and he got his toes out, I'm like, he comfortable with this girl. You get what I'm saying? Like, he got his toes out on the first date. He just seems very confident in himself, confident in his age. And I like the fact that Michelle can joke around with him. Because when he ordered a water and like a virgin drink, she was like, "Does that bother you that like I'm drinking alcohol?" He was like, "No, it doesn't bother me at all." That's when she was like, "Good, because I'm about to order me too." It's like for someone like Nate, based on what we know him from 5 episodes now, you need someone to kind of like the opposite, to kind of like take him off of being so edgy. You get what I'm saying? And I feel like Michelle does that just in this date right here.
Yeah, first impressions, I thought that they seemed to click very well. The vibe was good. And I really liked Michelle's energy. Yeah. She did not give off like over 50. Like, yeah, that's true. That's true. At all. Like, she just everything about her was very youthful. And I think that Nate enjoyed that about her. I think that when it came to Anise, she did come across, even though she had the body of a beautiful young lady, she does give older, trying to be younger, and Michelle just has that youth factor about her. So moving on to Pam, she has found Paul to be very busy, so she thinks that he is more into himself, so she is off of Paul. Wow. Logan visits Suzanne. She's trying to get a bit deeper with Suzanne. Okay. Suzanne is not a fan of young children, and Avery being an Alabama fan. Okay. She likes Avery, so does her daughter, but he has a 14-year-old child. She's not feeling that. She doesn't want to come across as interested if she is not. She feels like they're all kind of rejects to be single and dating at this age. And Logan tries to tell her, well, you're a widow. Like, it's not that things didn't work out for you.
Mm-hmm.
But she does know that she rejects people before they get too close in order to protect herself. However, she is interested in more dates.
Sound like a player to me.
I'm like, I think Suzanne just likes putting on her red lipstick and her heels and having a night all over the town. I think that Suzanne is just having fun.
Somebody said in the comments that she Blanche off of Golden Girls.
I could definitely see Blanche.
Mm-hmm.
She absolutely gives Blanche.
Okay.
Yeah. So Logan visits Lori. Things fizzled out with Ty.
Mm-hmm.
She says that she does not want to build a man.
Okay.
Logan wonders if she's maybe pushing him away for small reasons, the t-shirt thing. And Lori says, no, I just don't want to build a man. Okay.
I hear you.
So that's what I'm saying. Logan can't be heavy-handed with these people.
No.
They gonna say what they want and what they don't.
Because now you about to be rude to me.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Lori mentions her interest in her friend Felton.
Mm-hmm.
She would like to see him, but she wants to let a man be a man and let him be the one to ask her out. Mm-hmm. She does like him. He did send her a bottle of his new wine. And Logan says, well, I'm sure he's not sending everybody his wine. Mm-hmm. So I don't know.
did like, you see the text thread and stuff like that of them and stuff like that? Or what, or like, did it come up yet?
I don't think it came up yet.
Okay. But like,
we can mention it if you want.
Yeah. What did you think of the text thread?
They were saying things like babe and good morning and how are you doing and stuff like that. So, no, maybe it was during the scene because I think Logan was looking at it. And so it did come across like they had some type of flirtatious momentum going.
So, yeah, I was thinking like, where did friend zone come from?
Yeah.
I'm thinking like he was completely uninterested. But I'm like, if he's texting you like this, like where did friend zone come from? I don't know. Maybe we will see down the line. But we only on episode 5.
Yep. So we've got Nate and Michelle. Mm-hmm. She is a Saints fan. He's a Falcons fan. She says that maybe they could go to a Falcons Saints game at one point.
And this is just what I mean. I don't know what it is. It just something clicks, man.
Yeah.
Saints and Falcons, just so you know, Blair, rivalry. They hate each other, right? Is like Georgia and Alabama, but worse.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Saints and Falcons are real rivalries. And I'm just like, I don't know, but it works. Like I think his baby mother, right, help him like not be so stern, especially since she says something across the lines of, we talked about it, but like once we got to know each other, I think she got to see him more closely and see how he operate. She's like, I can't be getting yelled at by this guy all the time and things like that, and that would ruin our co-parenting probably. But I think Michelle may bring off or take off more of an edge than Jackie does, and it could be something as simple as opposites. Opposites attract. And I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because I like Michelle a lot and I want Nate to have somebody good for him. Because I am thinking about Nate in the sense of, hey, Nate, you are in your 50s. You're already limping, right? 20 years from now, you be in your 70s. You gonna want to invest in somebody who can take care of you. I know you don't want to look for a purse or a nurse and things like that. But you want someone who can be dedicated to you. You can't depend on Jackie to be dedicated to you this whole time because somebody may pick up Jackie. So I'm like, Michelle seems vibrant enough, his age and things like that. And I hope that they can actually grow something to where it's like he can actually have a life to where, you know, somebody can help take care of him. Because we know his kid ain't going to take care of him because he already proved that he would send her off or basically send him off to the military, you know?
So he thinks that Michelle is a fireball. She's fun.
Yeah.
He doesn't dance because of the injuries for the military because she talked about that she does enjoy going out dancing. Mm-hmm. He gets his first date picture. Michelle can't tell if it's a romantic connection yet, but she's open for a second date. And he thinks that there could be potential there.
Come on, Michelle. Give my man Nate a second date. Give him a second date. I promise he gonna keep his shoes on this time.
Yeah, I like them together. The only thing is I hope that Nate, like you said, can take a little bit of the edge off.
Yeah.
Because if he kind of sticks to his curmudgeon ways at times, I feel like it's going to turn Michelle off.
Probably,
he has to stay open and willing to compromise.
Yeah.
And I just feel like that's going to be hard for him to stay doing.
Come on, Nate. Sometimes, man, you have to look and just be like, hey, man, I can change.
Yeah.
You know, listen, I can change for the better.
Yeah.
And Michelle, listen, I thought Lisa was cool. I thought Anise was cool. I thought actually the first one was cool.
Yeah.
But each person got better.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey, bro, what are the chances that after Michelle is get better than this? I'm like, hey, man, just lock in and work on yourself.
If anything, I think he would ruin it.
Oh man, don't say that, Blair.
Because he'll be mean again.
And here's the thing: I don't think he's a mean guy, or I don't think. And when I say edge, I'm talking more of the sense of, hey man, red flag doesn't mean like, Control Alt Delete. It doesn't mean just like run out. You get what I'm saying? But I think when you hear him talk, he is so sure of himself and so sure of his life that he's like, oh, any type of like
change
or stumbling block in a relationship, he's like, oh no, I'm out.
Yeah.
And it's like when someone's been single that long and you kind of see how he kind of live his life, he is like the type of person where I like it this way all the time. And I don't want no changes. And I'm like, in a relationship, you can't live like that.
Yeah. So Logan meets Lori's children.
Okay.
The son says that she doesn't really give people a chance. And the daughter says that the men who are interested won't say anything because of how big her personality is.
Yeah.
Logan has to set a timer for Lori to be quiet for 5 minutes because she kept interrupting when her kids were trying to explain their perception of her. Logan asks how they feel when she interrupts them. The son doesn't like it, but he knows that his mom is going to do whatever she wants.
Wow.
The daughter had to find her voice because she always had her mom to speak for her. The 5 minutes is up. Lori thought it was a good experiment. And Logan says, people may not be attracted to that energy. I kind of call it like the overtaking spirit. And Lori says that it is hard for her to turn off. Logan says we could turn the volume down a little bit, and it can be hard to listen when there's so much going on in your brain. Men want to land in a place that feels like home, where it's cozy and calm, and you come across more like a busy airport.
That's a bar.
Lori says that she is afraid of being hurt. Her mind does run like a mile a minute. The divorce took her out, but she is in therapy working on herself.
Okay.
Logan recommends that she have more quiet and peace, allow other people to take up more of the space, and try going after Felton.
Okay.
Logan isn't seeing this being the friend zone because that's when they actually look at the messages, but it's the early stages of flirtation and talking.
Mind you, any criticism I say of these people, it's not harsh.
Yeah.
Or at least that's not my intent. So I empathize with Lori because she's single because of divorce, meaning that the rug was pulled from under her, meaning that no one gets married hoping to get divorced.
Right.
So she probably has some type of defense mechanism that she picked up, or just like it's hard to be open when you thought your life was going to be one way, but it's the other way. Right. So that's why when she described her as a busy airport, I was like, that's what I felt when she was talking on that date with my man. What was my man? Ty, right? I'm just like, you just like I feel like you at work. It doesn't feel like you don't even feel comfortable.
Right.
So if you don't feel comfortable, how can you give off comfort? Because it felt like she wasn't even comfortable. Like, so it's like when Logan, the coach, said that like a person wants to like land and know that they're at peace and that they're comfortable, I was like, that's a bar when it came to like she feels like a busy airport. But it can also mean that way because it's like she's currently in therapy, so she's doing while not knowing how, and I gotta give her respect for that, especially since she is a product of divorce and probably having to do a lot of things that she did not picture doing on her own.
Yeah, I think that Logan gave some really good feedback to Lori.
Yeah.
And I think that the way she gave it, Lori was able to digest. Because Lori, I would say, gives Logan the most pushback.
Of course.
When it comes to recommendations. So now that Logan has kind of pierced that veil when it comes to Lori, I'm hoping that she really does take in what Logan says and tries to apply them in different ways. And we're going to see that. We're going to see her make a shift instead of being a little bit defensive about her ways.
That's fair.
So moving on, Pam's third date.
Hello, Pam.
Is with Dwight. He is black. He's 70. He has one kid, never married, tour director, event planner. She liked that he was tall and that he got her some flowers. She talks about how she went to the spot where they're at for just like a night out with the girls, and it was Cougar night. He's from New York City and he moved out of his home early. Pam talks about how she was kind of kicked out of her home because she was missed curfew and her dad threw her clothes out. So they're just bonding over the fact that times were different back then and you really had to learn how to stand on your own 2 feet at a very young age.
Yeah.
He has a tour business and she tells him, I want to work for you.
That's when it got weird for me right there.
I was like, Pam,
you
stop.
You set yourself.
It was going so good.
You run off with any guy you see, and I'm like, how did this turn from a date to a job interview that fast? I was like, this is weird. Now he's like, I give you a call. like I don't know what now. How do I continue to date after you just asked me for a job?
Exactly. I was just kind of like, Pam, no, please.
Yeah, Pam can get out. She can't get out her own way.
Yeah. Well, Avery and Suzanne text a lot.
Yeah.
She feels that they dove in too quickly. She says that, she's more so into people, or I guess guys, for reasons and seasons instead of being smothered.
Yeah, that sounds like a play. Listen, that sounds like a player to me.
From the Himalayas.
Uh-huh.
Lori knows that she comes off strong and assertive, but she would like to be more feminine.
Okay.
Felton, I guess how they first got connected is because Felton slid into her DMs. She doesn't know if he did that for a love connection or just because she seemed cool. She FaceTimes him and she invites him to her birthday party, but we don't get his response just yet.
Just his body language kind of came off as if he wasn't interested, though.
Yeah.
Like, it didn't come off. If we only saw the text, I would have thought one way, but now that I saw the FaceTime, it came off as if he was like, not interested in her. It's weird.
Felton, he comes across as a player to me.
Really?
He comes across as that he likes talking to beautiful women. He likes to have beautiful women around him. And even though Lori is beautiful, I see him going for younger women.
Oh, okay.
As far as people that he actually spends considerable amount of time with. He just, I don't know. Do you pick that up or not really?
I don't know yet.
Okay.
Like, I was asking,
I guess more so because of the way that he's dressed.
I was asking.
He's kind of flashy.
I was asking if he's home. Why is his hat on? I was like if you're home, I know that's your thing. But if you're home, why are your hat on?
Yeah.
But I can't ask that question because her glasses on. So it's like they both got props on. So
Pam thinks that he is a gold mine. He says, "Work with me, right?"
What?
She says, "Yeah, sure." He wants to expand the girls' night experience, and he's down to create a tour around that. He thinks that it was actually kind of cool that they came together over a project, and he was into it. She liked him, and she hopes that he likes her too. They end up exchanging numbers
and resumes. Apparently, it is. Look, it was just weird all around.
If he's into it, cool, but I thought he was a little turned off by it at first because he was like,
I think he was baffled. I think he was confused. Like, I guess I hire you, you know what I mean? But I think she took a risk that no one told you to take.
Right.
And it worked out, but it doesn't mean that it's a good risk. You get what I'm saying? Like, right. It's just weird.
So Anise has her fourth date. It is Willie. He's 55, divorced twice, 7-year single, 5 kids, and a government canine specialist. Yeah. She felt a rush when she walked toward him.
Nasty.
And he says that she took his breath away just looking at her. They're all into each other's eyes, and he feels that the energy is good with her. I call that lust.
No, it is lust.
That is lust.
What is that rush you felt, Anise?
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying? What is your thoughts on Willie? Big Willie, as they call him.
Yeah, Willie was attractive. He, seems like with his job, probably a stable guy.
Yeah.
So let's see where this goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Willie don't come off as a player, but I'm just like,
he does to me. I don't know.
Anybody with a beard or a hat, I think Blair gonna be like, he's a player.
Maybe I'm a little biased to beards and hats. I don't know.
Right. Mind you, I have a beard and a hat, but not like their hats, right? I just need to know what type of women Willie dated. I need to know because I said you have to be into older women. Willie can easily, and I don't mean no disrespect, but take it if you feel disrespected. Willie can easily get himself a 40-year-old woman.
That's how I feel about Felton. They come across
No. Felton looks old though.
Okay.
Felton looked like Willie can get a 40-something-year-old woman.
Like, you know how you see like some of those dudes who march around in suits in neighborhoods.
Okay.
Just because
I don't personally see him. Okay, but sure.
Online, not like in real life.
Okay.
But they give across the men who march around in suits because they're suited up.
So don't wear a suit, have a gray beard, and have a hat on for Blair because she gonna say you're a player. I think a lot of these guys are just bald and they just wearing hats. But my thing is this: Willie, how old is Willie? 55 or something like that, around that, and Anise is 62.
Right.
I need to know that you're into older women, Because if this is the first older woman that you're dating, then it just go you just go. You just go blow her mind, basically. You get what I'm saying? And that rush she felt is like what Blair said. It's lust.
Yeah.
Anything else?
That's all we got.
Listen, I will be remiss. I did not forget about you. I will be remiss if I don't shout out our girl, Courtney Jackson, right? Courtney Jackson, I remember when you first subscribed and things like that. You've been in the comments for a while. Shout out to you. She donated, gave us $5 and things like that.
Thank you. Thank you.
We don't ask nobody for no money, but guess what? Thank you, sister.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I always look forward to seeing Courtney in the comments, so I personally wanted to shout out. She loves you, Blair, and things like that. And
love you back.
Yeah, we love all of y'all back, but I had to shout out our girl Courtney. I see you, and I probably will see you again in the comments. Shout out to you. Anything else?
That's all we got.
Y'all be good.
Bye.